Today we are going to learn how to write and solve equations by looking at angles. We have already learned about all of these angles right here. Vertical angle is an angle that is right across from each other. So if we draw this line right here, vertical angle lives right here and right here. Those are vertical angles. A vertical going up, straight up above you. Two angles across from each other on intersecting lines. They are always congruent, and that's the important part to remember about vertical angles. Then we have adjacent angles, two angles that are next to each other that share a common side. So this right here is that common side that they share. Straight angles, angles that measure 180. Two angles, so measure 180. Two angles that are supplementary. Remember, supplementary angles equals 180 degrees. And form a straight line. So straight angle, this is a straight angle, straight line, and is 180 degrees. Then we have our supplementary angles, any two angles whose sum is 180. So we just said a straight line was 180 degrees, so we're going to use that. And we could say something like this angle is 30 degrees and this angle is 150 degrees. We see that those equal 180 degrees. The complementary equals 90 degrees. It is any two angles whose sum is 90. So if it looks straight up and down, it has a right angle. So if this is in the middle, that's 45 degrees each. That is a complementary angle. I went through this fast because we should already know this. This is just a review. Solving one-step equations. So we're going to tie this together with the angles and pull from there. So this happens to be a supplementary angle that we're looking at right here. This is supplementary. How did I know that? I knew that because it says equals 180 degrees. So on this supplementary angle, it means I looked at the angles and I wrote an equation that 70 plus x equals 180 degrees. And I'm trying to find x. Well, to get x alone, I need to do the opposite operation, which is 70. That's a positive, so I need to combine it with a negative, or I'm adding 70, so I need to subtract 70 on each side. Remember to do it on both each side because it needs to be balanced. I bring down whatever's left over, and that's x equals, well, what's 180 minus 70? That's a 0, that's a 1, and that's a 1. That means x equals 110 degrees. We've been doing this in class. So let's put this with our angles. Here it says, write and solve an equation to determine the value of x in each figure. Well, what does this look like right here? This looks like a straight angle. We just talked about how a straight angle equals 180 degrees. So I can write that right away in my equation. 180 degrees is what I'm equaling. And then to get there, I've got to use both of these sides. So I have x plus 49 equals 180. So your angles go on one side, what it should equal goes on the other. And then I solve this one-step equation. How do I get x by itself? Well, this is a positive or adding 49, so I need to subtract it. That goes away. X equals, well, 180 minus 49. When I do that, that's 1, 3, 1. So that means that that angle of x is 131 degrees. Yes, degrees, so do not forget your degree sign here. And we just said that this is what equals 180 degrees. So this is a supplementary angle. Looking at number 2. Number 2 has a right angle right here. Right angle, that means that this whole entire angle equals 90 degrees. So if it equals 90 degrees, let's think about what kind of angle that is. And we can go back and we can look here, and where's 90 degrees? Right here. That means that this is a complementary angle. So that means my two angles add up to be 90 degrees. So x plus 25 equals 90 degrees. I need to get x by itself, so this is adding 25, so I need to subtract 25 on each side. Bring down what I have left over, that's x equals 90 minus 25 is 65 degrees. I would like you to try number 3 on your own. It's just like example number 2. When you have finished number 3, please press play and we will continue on. Number 4 looks a little different. We have an angle of 110 degrees right across from x. We also have in our notes something that tells us something that's straight across, and that is a vertical angle. A vertical angle is also, they are congruent. Congruent means that they are equal. So that means I just take this angle of 110 and I set it equal to x. Because this right here is 110, this is x. Vertical angles are congruent to each other. They're equal to each other. Well, then I'm done because this says 110 equals x. Well, 110 equals x. So there we go. Number 4, that's pretty simple. Then we have, let's go back to the first page of your notes where it said solving two-step equations. So we're going to advance it a little further. And here we have a complementary angle where we have one side equaling 2x and one side equaling 20. To solve this, I've got to get x by itself. We want to get rid of the addition first. So if this is adding 20, we want to subtract 20 on each side. Minus 20, minus 20. That goes away. We have 2x left over on this side, and 90 minus 20 is 70. So now I need 2x equals 70. I need x by itself. This is multiplying 2 times x, so I do the opposite operation to solve, which is dividing by 2. What I do on one side, I have to do on the other. 2 over 2 equals 1, which makes that go away, so I just have x left over here. And we should know that 70 divided by 2 is cutting 70 in half, and that gives us our 35 degrees. So two-step equation, here's step 1, here is step 2. So let's go to number 5. Number 5, write and solve a two-step equation to find the value of x in each figure. Well, here we have 117 and here we have 3x. If we look at the base of what these angles are on, that is a straight angle. That means all of this right here is our 180 degrees. So this is a supplementary angle. So that means it equals 180 degrees. That means that 117 plus 3x equals 180 degrees. Remember, we want to get rid of the addition first, so I need to subtract 117 minus 117 from each side. That leaves me with a 3x equals 180 minus 117. If we borrow, that's a 3, that's a 6, that's 63 degrees. So then I need to, and I'm going to spill over here, get rid of the x, so it's multiplying by 3, so I've got to divide by 3 on each side. This says that x equals 63 divided by 3, which is 21 degrees. Now we have this last one. This last one says it has a 90-degree angle, which means that we are looking at complementary. So then for this one, that means that it equals 90 degrees, that 5x plus 25 equals 90 degrees. I get rid of my addition first, so 25 minus 25 on each side. I write what's left over, which is 5x equal 90 minus 25 is 65. Then I would like you to finish this out. You've got to get x by itself. Once you have finished this, I would like you to do the last two problems on your own. Here we have one that looks like number 5, and we have number 8. It looks like number 4. This one has one more step than number 4, but it does look like number 4. When you have finished this, you are done, and you will bring it to class for your whisk chat tomorrow.